problem you have with doors and the weather strip is down there at the very bottom of the door on the jamb side. You always got that little bit of area that you cannot get with that kerf weather strip. This one's tight on the hinge side, but at the bottom and at the top you've got that little bit of light coming through, which means there's going to be wind blowing through there. So we're going to show you how to fix that without having to do a lot of unnecessary work. If this kerf weather strip is old, which this is brand new, then it would be best to go ahead and replace it, because it's hard to adjust some old weather strip. And this stuff's real easy to replace. You just pull it out, and then you have that kerf in there. Figure out where you bought the door from, and that's where you buy the weather strip again. But anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to fix these corners, one at the top and one down there at the bottom. Okay, down at the bottom you can see I got a piece of felt weather strip, and you can see right there where it's kind of balled up, not balled up, but what I do is I make it just a little bit longer, and I get it in behind the weather strip, top and bottom, fill the whole thing up all the way at the top, and then push it in to where you've got that little bit of a build up right there from pushing this in. Of course, I'm going to have to put the camera down, but then we're going to put a couple of staples right there to hold it in place. It doesn't do anything to this weather strip. It stays the same. But then I'm going to show you what to do when it's not sealing against the door very well. I mean, one thing is to move your strikers in toward the weather strip a little bit if you need to. But the next thing is, if you're not able to do that because it's a metal door or whatever, metal jamb or something. But let me get this done first. Okay, you can see down there at the bottom there's no light coming through. Yeah, that little area, wherever my finger is, that little area right there, that's white paint, so you can't call that light. But up here at the top, you see we got the very top, but then you have this light showing where it's not sealing all the way against the door. But if you were to push the door closed just a little bit more, which means adjusting the striker for either the deadbolt or your regular latch, which this would be the one to adjust, then you have to adjust this one to fit that. But let's say that you can't move it anymore and we want to fix that. So let me show you how to take care of that. Pull your weather strip away from out of your kerf, but then just barely stick it back in. In other words, you've got a little gap in between your jamb stop and your weather strip. We close the door. We have not adjusted the locks or anything, but we fixed the air gap at the top. So now we have no light coming in at the bottom, top, and no light coming in at the bottom. So that's going to pretty much seal our weather strip. But